Hello, my name is Ethan North, and I will be presenting my idea of a uh, high quality, strong material portable office chair. Uh, Beginning with what the actual product is. It is as the name would suggest, a strong and quality and well made office chair that is able to be ported easily and efficiently into a variety of different areas, uh, including but not limited to work environments, hotel rooms, and anywhere that has a table, or even just anywhere that has a floor that it is able to be rested upon. Uh, so, beginning with explaining what the actual product is, we need to first explain uh, the nuances of an office chair. Now, obviously, I can expect you to already know what a chair is, of course, and then what a office chair even is. However, I am nevertheless going to explain it. Specifically, the importances of the ergonomics. As you can already see within the chair, it is positioned and built in a way and fashion that it is melded to the body. It is ergonomic, which allows for strong structure, good positioning, excuse me, and a quality environment, and more specifically, a good raising of the health of the user. It does not sacrifice health in order to gain longevity, but rather it uses both together. Uh, Notably, also, office chairs are adjustable, whether that's the raising of the arm rest, the adjustment of the headrest, the use of the lumbar support down below, which I currently am aware is out of sight, but nevertheless is here. All of these are crucial in the development and success of these high quality office chairs. These chairs are very important and used countless times by countless different varieties of individuals, anywhere from the highest of CEOs to the most brand new content creator on YouTube. Every individual has some level of a chair that they work on, and individuals who are able to expend an extra little bit of income towards a good office chair rarely regret it. So, the intention for my product would be to have that baseline, but then to introduce in portability and not sacrifice the quality of the chair. That would include its ability to roll, as well as the actual support and ergonomics. As these products do already exist, or more specifically, a bad version of this product already exists. To be as reasonable and fair to these individuals and their products as possible, I would compare it to an office chair. Sorry. I would compare it to a lawn chair. It is an office version of a lawn chair. It's not ergonomic. It is not usable in the long term without serious pain or even damages to the body if used in too long of a time. Of course, that is the case of any chair, but nevertheless, the point rises that it is uh, substantially worse in these inferior products. And then it is also uh, that these chairs are of a lesser material, as these high quality office chairs have good material. Even the plastic used is only hard plastic, but it doesn't easily break or crumble. It doesn't shatter without excessive force. These chairs do not have that going on for them. Either they are metal, which is not necessarily the best uh, for affordability and mass production, Or if it is plastic to allow for better mass production at a cheaper scale, uh, it is a lesser plastic. So, my chair would aim to have that portability and the quality of the current versions of office chairs that exist without sacrificing much. Of course, there would have to be sacrifices, I'm sure, but those will have to be found as the development continues. My expectations would be anything metal would probably have to be considered, and the actual wheels themselves would likely have to be a secondary attachment rather than a main feature. Now the question remains of what is the target audience for a portable office chair? And I would claim that there are multiple different audiences, but they all fall under one major group, that being individuals who are constantly on the move. Specifically, some examples for this would include hybrid workers in their office environments, right? They primarily work in an office environment, but once or twice a week they go home, and they need a chair that is good. Now, it can be expected that at their office, of course, they will have a chair that is granted to them. However, at their actual house, they likely will not have a high-quality office chair, or if they do, it's going to be very old. Or they're having to expend time and money into getting a new one. And so the intention and idea with my product would be to have it where offices will grant their employees the ability to take these office chairs home so that they don't have to use a lesser product. They don't have to spend money for their job and worry about not being granted that money back or any other similar situations. Other things would be something like a regional manager, someone who overlooks a large area and is thus constantly on the move. These individuals work in a lot of different environments, and because of their nature as being, as I previously stated, on the move, an office chair that moves with them is a very important resource because it keeps them from having to buy 15 different chairs that rarely get used, instead being able to have the one and replace it if needed, or more likely the granted warranty upon it if it fails. And the ability to have this one or two chairs is much not only more financially sound, but it is also good in that a person will not then have to adjust to different materials and different ergonomics. Consistency is very good for the human body. Specifically, not having to go through a bunch of different major, or honestly, arguably sometimes worse, minor shifts in the body. There should, of course, as you would expect, you shouldn't stay in one state the entire time, but whenever you're going into an environment, it is good for there to be consistency. Finally, another member of this target audience would be influencers. Things like YouTubers, TikTokers, any of these individuals who could use these chairs. This is a niche market. That is not a lie. However, it is a very growing market, and I believe that it is a market that needs to be capitalized on soon, and the first group to capitalize on it is going to be in a very good position. Now, there may be a question regarding what need does this actually fulfill? Well, as I've hinted at a few times, it actually protects the health of the user. The consumer uh, wants consistency, of course, they want ergonomics, and they want quality. All of these things would be fulfilled by a highly portable product. Then there's the extensive periods of time where you're working outside of the usual office environment. Any of these, any of our users uh, would have the ability then to work at their peak without having to be in one environment. This includes, of course, working in their home, but also working at a hotel room, working at uh, a Ben and Jerry's, just anywhere that they're able to bring this product out and work efficiently, they can. Now, of course, any product is going to have strengths and weaknesses. In the case of this product, its major strength is the primary selling point of the product, that being the portability. Uh, and another strength is the niche but growing market. But something that I would like to mention regarding the portability is that portability is inherently advertisement. Consider the Nintendo Switch, a product from about 8 years ago that has sold over 100 million units worldwide. This product, of course, is of a very important and major name brand through the world in Nintendo. However, their previous product, at the time, the Wii U, sold only around 10 to 20 million products, a horrendous failure within that gaming sphere. What's the big difference between them, especially when considering competitors? Well, that's the portability aspect coming in. Not only did they advertise it well, but people naturally saw it in action. That would cause them to want it themselves and thus feed into a constant loop of advertisement. The idea is similar with this product. Office workers will see people bringing out a good and high quality office chair from a relatively small package and consistently use it. And that in of itself is an advertisement that is strong. And I think that is something that needs to be pushed. My hopes are to become a strong market leader. I hope to work with corporations to become their main chair, and I hope to be for this product to be sold at places as high as Walmart, Office Depot, and Amazon, and potentially even to build up connections with these brands. Thank you for your time, and I hope you'll consider my product in the future.